All right, we're going to have a fun video today. We're here with Valley Flying, and we're going to talk about all the hot topics for the week. There was a very controversial changes done to some of the ability challenges, and it looks like the developers are not going to do anything. They kind of drew a line in the sand, and they're sticking to their guns. And then we're also going to talk about Crystal being farmable and the very controversial Nature's Gift, which is good, bad, and ugly, but mostly bad and ugly. Overall, right? I mean, we happen to be in a situation where our alliance
depends on your alliance.
Depends on your alliance, yeah. So, first things first, let's talk about the chaos theory and the blog post and all of that stuff. So what do you think about chaos theory and the promotion credits and the different levels and Wakandans in general and all that good stuff?
Well, just to be clear, I mean, it's very weird to be complaining about free stuff, right? Stuff that we didn't have before. Mm-hmm. So in that sense, this is some good stuff. This is more promotion credits that we haven't had before. But based on what they were talking about in the Red Star Rework 2.0 and some of the communication before that, I think I was expecting a lot more, especially for these first-time rewards that we would only be able to do 3 per run. So that means May will be doing 1, 2, 3.
Right.
June will be doing tiers 4 through 6, and then July will be the first time we'll be able to do tier 7.
Oh, they're not going to let us go all the way through it? Because that was a discussion too. Oh, God.
And they were talking about giving us some beefy first-time rewards in place of that. I think the first-time rewards a little disappointing for not being able to do more tiers on that first iteration, but it is more stuff than we've had before. So I don't know if I feel right about complaining, but disappointing.
Well, and then I think, then we'll find out if we're actually going to need T4s on our Wakandans or anything like that to go through this.
Not.
Yeah, probably not. I hope not. But in theory, let's say you're able to do tier 7, which is going to be last tier. This is going to be a monthly event, kind of like
July.
Yeah. 18 silver, 7 gold times 3. Okay. I mean, and then we're going to get 1 daily. And then they've been giving us different ways, of course, of buying them and things like that. Okay. We'll see. I don't like that this is being it's like an allowance. Like we have no control over it. It's just like the only thing that we can do is play every day, and they're going to give us a certain amount, and everybody gets the same. It's just like an allowance, for a lot of people. It seems like many things in this game are that way, and the only way to bypass that is not by playing better or smarter. It's just by spending.
And then lucky, baby. It's all luck.
Yeah. Arena Store Edition, Crystal, which is fine. Yeah, that is actually the easiest way for me to get new characters, is in the Arena Store. Arena Store is kind of random. Blitz, I never have enough Blitz things. I don't Blitz a lot. So that's really good.
This is the most player-friendly store by far. Because it doesn't rotate, and you get a bunch of these credits just by playing Arena.
So the controversy is that Yo-Yo is going into premium arbs, and along with Minerva, Yo-Yo and Minerva have a 2% drop rate. Now, someone did some math, and they opened up like 700 premium orbs, and they got 300 shards.
That's very good, in my opinion.
And so, basically, if you have 0 Yo-Yo right now and 0 Minerva, to get a 7-star of each would require opening somewhere between 2,200 and 2,700 premium orbs. What are your thoughts about that, Valley Flying?
Well, what is that? 2,700 times 450. That is how many cores it's gonna take. So you divide that out. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for Yo-Yo.
So the only good news about this is that Ebony Maw, if you have Black Bolt, it requires Black Port and 4 Inhumans. So Crystal is going to be easy. Most people have Ms. Marvel. Most people have Quake. So we've got, the Legendary and those
Karnak.
3. Karnak was recently made farmable. And then Yo-Yo is just basically, you're out of luck.
You can't, you either have it or you don't.
Get ready to spend $30 on 50 shards. I know they're going to offer us endless amounts of those orbs. Oh, wow. Anyways, it is what it is. What do you think? I just want to ask this real quick. 1 hour cooldown blitzes. I'm not a blitzer. What are your thoughts about that?
Usually these are percentage based. So the thing about it being percentage based is it's usually a little easier to score on this. The thing I like about it is usually not stuff that's super required. So it's gear, it's gold, it's stuff that'll help out that we get just through playing. It just makes it a little quicker to get some of this stuff. So it's not like character shards of a unique character that I'm like, oh, I have to blitz. this is something for me as someone that does blitz a lot, that I'm like, I can blitz and I could get away with 3%, finishing at 3%. I don't have to finish in a top percent, but yeah, if they do like a top 100 or stuff, this is kind of bad. But it's I say bad, but it's not something that's required. Like I would say character shards. So this is what it is.
Yeah, I don't like blitzing. In fact, I think I only blitz on stream. So when I'm on Twitter, on Twitch,
blitzing, man,
yeah,
right?
a little bit of blitzing, but it's just like, man, one rotation now. All right, let's talk about why this is really horrible. And I think the reason why I have a problem with this Nature's Gifts is that it requires all 24 people in your alliance to be in alignment to do the same thing. And I think most alliances just opt to do with the normal thing. But spending 125 cores per day, which is quite a bit, and then 500 cores per day is outrageous. And I'm not going to get into the value on that, but my problem is that there are people that are free to play, and then they're an alliance that decides, hey, we're going to do this, and then they get bounced, or they just don't have a choice. I mean, because this went live on a weird day.
On a Friday, yeah.
On a Friday.
Not on a reset day.
Not on a reset day. And we didn't know what the numbers were going to be. So we had to make a decision like within like 30 minutes of the thing going live. Are we going to do this or not? And then good luck getting... This is a horrible way of peer pressuring people into buying. And it's nonsense. Basically, you know, you and I are in an alliance and we chose to do the middle thing, but we kind of are in a situation where it's kind of whaley. There's definitely some people that are Krakens, and then you got some Dolphins mixed in. But I think everybody in our alliance has spent at one point in time, right? Would you agree?
I think so. I can't speak for everybody, but I know there's some big spenders in our alliance, and I think most people do spend something.
And the only way that this event actually happened is there was a guy in our alliance says, hey, you know, I'll cover the people that don't. You know what? It's just like, otherwise, this is like, what if you're free to play and your alliance decides to do this and they're like, you have to leave.
And there's nobody like that, right?
There's
nobody like, I'm not gonna cover anybody.
It's a 7-day event, and we didn't, and you know, it's not on a reset day, which is on a Sunday. We had no warrants. Anyways, I really think this is sleazy and scummy. You know, it's kind of like the pack of shame, you know, the Alliance War pack of shame, where you have to buy that $10 pack if you play poorly. It's like you're being guilted and peer pressured into spending. I don't like it, and I don't even know if the rewards are that great. I don't know about the value, but I just don't like it.
Here's the counterpoint. I agree with what you said about the 125 per day. The 500 per day is pretty ridiculous in my opinion. But for just the people that don't in gold, they are giving some silver promotion credit. So kind of a devil's advocate there. It's better than what we've had if you're just donating gold.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, well, that's true. If it's free stuff, yeah, I guess, you know, you get something for if you just do what you normally do. All right, so this is a hotbed of controversy.
Ooh.
And basically they said, we're not changing anything. We're doing it this way. And just to recap, what happened was there was a bug that made the ability challenge easier. It was clearly not working correctly. However, there was a bug prior to it also that they fixed. And I think there's two issues with this, is that the rate of speed that they fixed this in comparison to the rate of speed of them fixing things like the slingshot in the arena, the blitz botters, the shelling. Oh my God. There's so many problems in this game, but yet they scoop this one particular problem when it directly puts people at a disadvantage, like immediately. And the other thing too is that, and we're specifically free to play players, and also someone like me who used Hella for this event, and I got through it with Hella.
The previous challenge that was not rolled back.
Yeah, and it's like they didn't roll back me, even though I used Hella and Greg, where Captain Marvel just targeted Greg, which they fixed. It's just really confusing. And then they try to explain it, and I don't want to read all of it because, I mean, I'm glad that they responded. And I guess my issue is I don't like what they said. I'm glad that they responded. I just don't like it. What are your thoughts about it? They basically said, no, this is the way we're going to do it.
Well, if you look at the difference in rewards from tier 10 to tier 11 to tier 12, they're not that significant in my opinion, and maybe I'm not looking long term enough like they did at Fox Next, and like, oh, long term this is gonna be breaking. I'm looking to short term. And short term, I don't see this as something that is game breaking in my opinion, that they had to respond this quickly for it. And I think the other thing that people have problems with this rollback right now is that the challenge that you did with Greg and Hella, that was not rolled back. And I think that's where a lot of people's problems are. If you're rolling one thing back, roll everything back. And I think people want them to roll back the things about blitz boxing and shell alliances. I think those are a little more sketchy and harder to do, but at least with those other challenges, I think that would be something simple as well. So if you're gonna do one, I'd say do both.
Right.
I think that would make the community a lot happier. Just get the other one rolled back. But they chose to just keep this one rolled back, and everybody gets to keep the progress of the other one. So let me get your thoughts on it, because
my issue is I want to
challenge.
My issue specifically was shelling. Like, and I want to hold Fox Next responsible for it. I know people are doing it and they're making a decision. You know, I've seen everybody say ban those people to saying, well, it's Fox Next problem. And I think we can all agree that it's unfair and it's not good. And it only exists because Fox Next is allowed to exist since September of last year, and the rewards
at the latest,
because
that's when a video was made about that.
Yes, and it had been going on before that.
Before that video, yeah.
But the amount of rewards that are being manipulated by alliances shelling and sandbagging greatly outweighs the minuscule amount of orbs on this, and I don't understand why that has not been addressed. And they said they're going to address it, and maybe that'll get fixed. But it just seems like a complete lack of priorities. It just seems so weird when we have like slingshot in the arena. Why is that even in the game? That's been in the game for 2 years. That should not be in there at all. And you know what? And I don't feel like, I feel like they jump down on things when it when a spender is manipulating something, they don't do anything about it. But when a free-to-play player gets something for free, like this thing right here, they jump all over it. I just don't like that at all.
That is kind of the perception in the community right now about when it's something that gives their players an advantage, they're jumping on it very quickly. When it's something that gives us advantage to Fox Next, they are a little slower. If it's something that gives an advantage to a whale, they're a little slower. But just general pop, quick to react.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's true or not, but that is kind of the perception that's going on about in Reddit and some of the other forums on Discord, Facebook, things like that. So
I know this.
Every time where we're at right now.
Every time they screw up, they send us something inbox. I guess I'll take that. And that's what they're gonna do. All right.
That's the biggest rewards we get.
I know, right?
When they screw something up.
Thanks for screwing up the pack. Let's get some free stuff. Let's give you some gold promotion tickets. Cool. That's what happens, and it seems like it's like, oh man. Anyways, all right, we're gonna leave the video there. Be sure to head over to Valley Flying's channel. We're doing a different video over there about some different topics. Anything you want to say before we go?
Check out my channel, guys. Got a totally different video coming up on my channel. So yeah,
totally different, not a scam.
Click on the subscribe button, guys.
All right, guys, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.